Oh boy, I am having a time of my life right now. You guys want to know why? Well, I'll tell you why. It's because Palantir just hit $5 a share and has reached another new all-time low. You guys know what that means now that Palantir has hit $5? It means it's a penny stock. Palantir just became a penny stock. That's right, folks. And so what does that mean? That means that Tom Nash and Amit and Sasa Janssen and all these other weirdos on the internet absolutely destroyed you by fooling you into making you think that they know anything about stocks or that they know what they're talking about. You see, folks, unfortunately, when bubbles happen, and make no mistake, we had a bubble in 2021, when stocks only go up, you have these fake gurus. You ever heard the saying, everybody's a genius? You have these fake gurus who come out of nowhere and all of a sudden think that because stocks are just only going up, oh my God, that all of a sudden they're just geniuses. They're smarter than the market. But then we find out when the chickens come home to roost that not only are they not smart when it comes to the market, they're dumb. Because I am really trying to wrap my head around how in God's name Tom Nash and Amit was able to convince an entire generation of investors to put their money into a company that nobody understands. Tom Nash and Amit are not software guys. They don't even understand software or really what Palantir does. Sure, they may be able to read a Wikipedia page and say, oh, this is what Palantir does. But they're not in that industry. They're not in the intelligence software industry. They don't understand what Palantir even does. They don't understand why Palantir deserves to be a $5 stock. They don't understand that basically even here, Palantir could be argued that Palantir is still overvalued. They don't understand that. And you know what's even funnier, guys? I checked my Twitter today, and here's what I found. Tom Nash blocked me. And let's do a little rant on Tom Nash real quick. We're going to explain Tom Nash because for those of you guys who don't know, I originally didn't like Tom Nash and I called him out. Well, I can't say I didn't like. All these grifters I don't know, so I can't say I don't like. But I don't like what he did. And I called him out numerous times, and he's been on my channel numerous times. And let me tell you what Tom Nash tried to do. And it's just so funny, Tom Nash. I don't know if you thought I was an idiot or what, or you thought I was going to fall for it, but trust me, son, you were never a friend, like ever. Like, I don't know what you thought this was, but Tom Nash tried to do the me Kevin thing. Tom Nash got my number, started texting me about random stuff, like, I don't know, football, and just trying to be buddy-buddy. And it's like, Tom, I know what you're doing. You're trying to come off as a nice guy and kind of, you know, suck me into believing that you're just this nice, wonderful guy, so that way I don't talk about you. And Tom Nash thought that because he tried to befriend me and started texting me and all that random stuff, whatever, and coming on my channel, he thought that that would stop me from making videos about him. And so he thought that now that I got Echoes to stop making videos about me, and Strongman doesn't really make videos about me anyway, I kind of got the heat off of me. So let me go ahead and put out another grift. Let me put out a stock analyzer tool, copying everything money, and sell it for more money than what you could get by just using something like TradingView or something like that. That's literally what happened here. And Tom Nash, for whatever reason, I guess, thought that I wasn't going to call him out. Wrong. I am right now. All right, folks. Now I got some some good old tweets here that I'd like to share with you all today. So this is from Amit, which, again, him and Tom Nash are like the kings of the Palantir, you know, weird cult community, right? So here's what Amit said in February 17th of 2022. He said, bought $3,500 worth of Palantir today. Some in the 11s, most in the 12s. Position, 2,062 shares of Palantir at an average cost of $20.15. Then he has the nerve to write under that grossly undervalued, minimum of a 10x from here, in my opinion, long. Well, Amit, did Palantir 10x, sir? Because you said that you bought it in the 11s and most in the 12s, and you said a minimum of a 10x here. Did Palantir 10x? Oh, that's right, it's at $5. Oh my God. You know, it's hard to feel bad for these people. It's like you kind of deserve it. It's like you had people trying to warn you and you just wouldn't listen. And I get it. It's very beneficial for him to continue to ride the Palantir bandwagon because there's a code around it. So if you could just keep selling people the dream and keep reeling them in with your videos about how Palantir is going to 10x, bro, and make a generational wealth, spooky alien, it's going to do well for your channel. Amit has made a decent amount of money this year off YouTube promoting one garbage stock called Palantir. Think about it. Every like 90% of all the videos Amit has done this year have all been on Palantir. And every time he makes a video on Palantir, it gets views and he makes money from it. But it's just unfortunate. And like I said, guys, this is a red flag to look for, okay? Huge red flag in the investor community. Think about it. What major investor have you ever heard say, oh, it's going to 10x, bro? Have you ever heard Warren Buffett or Charlie Munger say, this stock's going to 10x? Have you ever heard the Jim Simons guy or any of these legendary investors? Have you ever heard any legendary investor say, yeah, when we buy stocks, we think they're going to 10x? Whenever you hear a clown with no financial background, some loser who lived with his mommy, whenever you hear a clown like that saying stuff like this, grossly undervalued, I'm all in, minimum of a 10x from here in my opinion, that should be a major red flag for you. Let's go ahead and look at another tweet. This guy right here says, hey, Amit, I'm curious. If you don't mind sharing, what's your current cost basis on Palantir? I'm working at getting mine under 20. Not much dry powder left, though. This poor guy. This right here, folks, is a bag holder. I wonder how he feels right now. He said this in January 26th of this year. It's almost January of next year. And the guy is trying to get his Palantir under 20, and he says he doesn't have much dry powder left. Probably doesn't have a whole lot of money left. So with Palantir at $5, this guy's got to be losing his mind. Amit says 1597 shares, $22 average cost. Trying to get below 20 as well. Haha. That's not funny. Oh my God, man. That's not funny. Trying to get below 20 soon. Haha. $20 for a penny. Palantir was a penny stock from the beginning. It was so obvious. Like, oh my goodness. Here's another tweet, guys. Oh no, this is the same one. Here's another one. Let me see if I can find the entire conversation of that. No, I don't see it, but that's okay. So I guess Amit was replying to somebody, and it says right here, Palantir will 10x before Tesla, in my opinion. But Tesla is safer in the short term. But he thinks in the long term, Palantir is going to 10x. Again, guys, there's that red flag. It's going to 10x, bro. And then this tweet happened. He said this on March 10th of 2022. Absolute insanity. Oh, man. Here we go. This poor, sad bag holder. Amit said, haven't purchased Palantir in a month. Feels good to be back, blah, blah, blah. And then this guy right here, UK Trader, says, buying Palantir this month. I expect, because remember, this tweet was in April. So April is like, Q2. This guy says buying Palantir this month. I expect $18 to $20 by Q3. Folks, it's Q4, almost about to be really about to be Q1 of 2023. Palantir is a penny stock. Like this poor bag holder. It's so freaking sad. And this is why you need people like me on YouTube. Because if there's not people like me on YouTube calling this stuff out, you're just going to have these crazy people just running rampant, losing people money. SEC, where you at? Where you at, Ace SEC? I'm just saying. Tom Nash and Sasha and Amit and everybody else who at one point promoted Palantir should be exiled from the finance community. Sasha maybe not so much because I know he eventually came to his senses and he finally sold out of that garbage. But a lot of these people built their channels promoting a horrible stock. And it actually does make me upset because I knew from the beginning that Palantir was crap. I always knew because it was just very obvious. Weird, spooky alien company with a very arrogant CEO who got $1 billion in stock compensation last year, who clearly doesn't care about retail investors, doesn't even try to fix the financials in a way that would help investors. Still, nobody knows what the heck they do. Besides reading random Wikipedia pages and articles, nobody knows what this company does. It's pretty easy to see that Palantir was garbage, Let's also not forget the fact that Palantir hasn't been profitable in 20 years. You know, a lot of people miss that part. But that's right. It's going to 5X, bro. It's going to 5X. Don't listen to that Echoes guy. He's just a hater. He just thrives on drama. No, I try to legit save investors. Legit. I really try. I try my best, you know? And it's unfortunate that you have people like Amit and Tom who probably still aren't going to get any flack, even though they all were promoting and talking about Palantir at $20, $25. And now the dang thing's a penny stock. Do you guys understand that Palantir is a penny stock? Do you understand how bad of a company you got to be to become a penny stock? A penny stock. $5 or less. Insane. Palantir is crap. You guys got played by Amit and Tom Nash. Amit and Tom Nash made a lot of money off of jumping on the Palantir bandwagon. There was a huge community behind it. They took advantage of it. They promoted it. They sold you a dream. They made you think that all these great things were going to happen with Palantir. And the complete opposite of what they said happened. Palantir is now a penny stock. A lot of people lost their money. Now you got a bunch of bag holders who are never going to get their money back. It's the most upsetting, sad, pathetic thing ever. It's awful. It really is. It is truly awful. And I guess the last thing I could say is if Tom Nash or Amit want to come on the channel and fully debate this, I would love to have them come on the channel and just rip them apart. That would be great. I'll even bring Judge Echoes back. Come on the channel. It's up to you. But if you don't want to come on the channel, you just want to be a little baby and block me and get scared because I'm calling you out, well, you know, you go ahead and do that. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to start calling you guys out on my YouTube channel because at the end of the day, you guys are bad people. And by the way, Tom Nash, I know why you blocked me. And I'm going to go ahead and say it again, because the reason why Tom Nash blocked me is because he hates it when people say that he wasn't a senior financial analyst or whatever he claims to be. He hates it when people say that. And I have no doubt that the reason why Tom Nash blocked me is because I made a video about him and Amit, and I said that that's the case. So I'm just going to go ahead and say it again. Tom Nash was very likely probably not a senior financial analyst. And if you were, Tom, I challenge you to provide real, actual 100% proof. Make a video going deep back into your past and show exactly your credentials, because I don't think a senior financial analyst or whatever the heck you claim you were, whatever, will be telling people to buy a weird space alien Cathy Wood, Denver, Colorado software company at $20, $25. By the way, Tom Nash, you also said that Palantir was going to go to $50 in 2021. It did the complete opposite. You see, Tom, there's a reason why you're cool with people like me, Kevin, and all the other clowns on YouTube, because you're just like them. You're no different. Same thing with Amit. There's a reason why Amit interviewed a legit clown, which is Jeremy LaFave with Financial Education. There's a reason why you guys are friends with them, because you're just like them. You're just not as big as them, but you want to be as big as them. That's the sad thing about finance. You see, folks, in the finance community, there are a lot of bad people. There are just some really bad people that do the fake smile thing, smile in your face, act like they're good, act like they're trying to help you. But in reality, they're horrible people. They're here to grift you, take your money, do whatever they can to influence you. I mean, for crying out loud, look at Amit. His startup is so garbage. He can't even get actual users into a startup outside of his YouTube community. The only people who are users on his garbage are Augia, whatever, Pangea. Whatever it is, his little Pangea startup thing. The only people he has that are users on that platform are his YouTube followers. That's it. It's a grift. It is a whole grift. And he's literally just got a bunch of Palantir idiots. And I'm just going to be frank here. I'm going to be completely honest. And it's not going to be nice. But, you know, sometimes you got to tell the truth, even if it's not nice. You know, and my thing on this channel is I'm not really all about being nice, really. I'm really just about telling the truth and just really trying to help people. So I'm just going to go ahead and say this. The people who invested in Palantir and rode it all the way to the bottom are the perfect example of why the average retailer should just invest in index funds. Because most retail investors are just stupid. They really are. They do dumb things like this. They form cults over weird stocks like MMTLP and Palantir, and they buy it or AMC, and they buy it at an insanely high valuation, and they ride it all the way down to zero. Because that's where Palantir is going. It's going to zero. It's probably going to get delisted because it's a terrible company. Palantir is one of those companies that should have never been listed on the stock market in the first place. I mean, for crying out loud, like, this is just absolutely insane. But anyway, I think I'm done with my rant for today. I'll probably make more videos on these clowns because, like I said, these are just bad people. They smile in your face, but they're absolute clowns and liars. And that's just where we're at with it. So anyway, thanks so much for watching, guys. And I'll see you guys in the next one.